A split for the Badgers on the basketball court this past week, a convincing Tuesday night win against Illinois. But on Saturday, Oregon rallied from double digits behind to force overtime and then took care of business in OT, defeating Wisconsin 77-73. We'll take a look back at the two games of this past week. We'll also visit with a couple of members of that magical 2000 Final Four Wisconsin team. What a run that group went on some 25 years ago. We'll check in with Mike Kelley and Andy Kowske, and we'll have our weekly chat with head coach Greg Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report. 9:35 left in the half, 17-16 Oregon leading Wisconsin. Blackwell off the Winter screen. Weaves to the right elbow. Inside, Gilmore, slam dunk. Gilmore wide open inside. Badgers regain the lead. Blackwell goes ahead to Gilmore. Nice catch out to Tanjay. Left corner three. Yes, sir. Inside out they go as the Badgers lead 28-17 with 7 minutes left in the half. He'll kick it to Bartholomew. And the pass stolen away by Tanjay. Here's John on the loose down the lane to the rim, and he rips it down with the right hand. Tanjay with bad intentions. Feed Tanjay between the circles. TJ Bamba defending Tanjay. Now Klesmit around a Winter screen, steps back, three on the way is good for Max Klesmit. His first points today, 41-26, Wisconsin. Gelstad waits for him right of the circle, a feed to Crowd, top of the arc. One dribble, now finds a cutting Klesmit to the rim, layup good.
And they're getting those back doors because of how aggressive Oregon is playing. They're
outside left, and it's knocked away, he runs it down near half court. Now Gilmore feeds McGee, left corner three, it's almost automatic. McGee open in the left pocket, and he drills it again. Carter will wait for his teammates, and they go into the offense. Klesmit loops to Nolan Winter, top of the circle. Beats Blackwell on the right side, gets a screen from Winter. Blackwell slips to Nolan, low on the right, slam dunk. There it is again. Rotates Tanjay, fakes the three as Bamba closes, 10 to shoot. Tanjay looking to go to work, left of the lane, foul line, pull up, jumper, good.
Knew he was going to the step back. Just by the way Bamba was guarding him, you knew it wasn't where that result was going to be.
Winter left wing, back out to Tanjay against Bamba, 8 to shoot. Tanjay, now Evans collides with him. Gets it to Winter for three, up top, got it! Nolan Winter, a big triple.
And the ball's got to be in John Tanjay's hand, like that's what it was.
Can't get into being a tentative, non-aggressive team. We're really good when we are aggressive, and obviously we stink when we're not.
I think just every game in the Big Ten is going to be difficult, no matter how you look at it. So we just have the mentality to attack every day with a focus and not really get caught up in the ins and outs and just how the season is going and what things may look like. It's just day by day, just keep getting better.
To be able to rebound and bounce back, and fortunately this isn't like football where you have to sit 7 days, wait for your next game. We're going to play again on Tuesday night and get it out of our system and get improve the areas that we need to improve.
Like John said, I think it's a good learning experience for us. We'd rather take this one on the chin now than in March. So like you said, we're going to learn from it, watch the film, and get better for sure.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Hands off the screen of Crowd. Klesmit for three, and he buries it. Blackwell driving right lane line, runs it up and in off the glass. Tapped by Crowd, picked up Winter, finds Tanjay down the lane, slam dunk. Slips it in the Crowd, low on the left, slam dunk. Finds McGee low on the left, he'll finish.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors building Wisconsin together. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. remarkable.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Our customers have always been our priority.
Our customers are our family, and we want to make sure they know that we'll do everything in our power to lower prices, to be the place that they want to shop.
You're going to see the savings all over the store. We did a deep dive and we took advantage of every lower price, lower costs we could to make it better for our customers.
There's absolutely no reason to shop anywhere but Hy-Vee.
Clear your path to a great career today. Climb to reach your career potential with no loans and no debt, so you can earn while you learn. A Wisconsin Operating Engineer's Apprenticeship is your opportunity to work outdoors and get heavy equipment experience. Partner with your employer for serious pay, great health and pension benefits. Acquire real-world experience while building Wisconsin together. To start your career journey, visit join139.com today.
Kelley and I were talking about it a little bit, knowing we hadn't really beat them since we've been here, so we knew this might be our last opportunity to get them, so we had to go out and get the win.
Yeah, but don't let him get too comfortable.
Here's Gilly for three, left side, right back at you. Carter Gilmore with a triple.
To have that support behind me and to have the fans and, I mean, obviously my teammates as well that have my back, just gives me that confidence to go out there, play my game, have fun, and just to have my family and friends here. And then to do it with my teammates who are my best friends as well. I mean, it's super special, and I'm just glad I'm here in a Wisconsin Badger.
Illinois trying to get a little momentum here. Amos feeds Winter outside right. Winter with a handoff to Tanjay. A bump from Nolan. Tanjay for three, right side, money.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
I got a better feel just for Wisconsin basketball at both ends, and I think my teammates understand me better, and I understand my teammates a little bit better, and we're just starting to mesh and click well, and I think things are just starting to come together and become more routine. So I think things are coming together.
Winter with one dribble, hands off to Tanjay, and he'll try a three. Good from left of the circle. Another tough three that Tanjay makes look extremely easy.
I think just what happened last game kind of fueled us a little bit, and we knew it was going to be a war on the glass, and obviously them not having their two big fellas fully healthy helps a little bit, but we knew it was going to be a war, and I think as a team we did great, and it was just a team effort.
You've heard me say a lot that an aggressive Steve makes us better, and I think for him, obviously the playing real physical in the paint obviously helps when you bang in all your threes, and just gets him going and gets his confidence up even more.
For Blackwell, tapped it back to McGee. Now Crowell right of the circle. Now scoops it to Blackwell. Behind the back pass, Crowell. Wide open three, right side, nailed it. Pretty. Gilmore between the circles. Gives it to Jack Janicki. Moves off to Blackwell left side. He'll try a three, book it. John Blackwell for three, 91-72 Wisconsin.
The thing, you just want to keep getting better, and there's areas that we have to continue to get better at, and that's individually, and that's also collectively. So I hope we're not peaking. I hope we're still ascending. So I don't want to hit the peak yet.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
And now your action weather broadcast. We've got shifting weather conditions on the horizon. Expect high winds, scattered thunderstorms, cold fronts, and dense fog. It's a wild one out there.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Earlier this season, the University of Wisconsin had a welcome back for the 2014-2015 Final Four teams at Wisconsin, and got to do it again over the weekend. The 2000 Final Four squad, as many members as possible, could get back to the Kohl Center 25 years ago. It's pretty nice to be able to say, hey, let's bring back the Final Four teams.
Yeah.
I know you've had a really good relationship. You've developed a really good relationship with Dick Bennett over the years, and it's a fun thing. Probably a little history lesson for some people 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Even Tanjay wasn't born yet, right?
Exactly, yeah. None of our team was around. So it's amazing how fast 25 years go. Seems like just yesterday. And obviously we did the 10-year reunion of 14 and 15 earlier this fall. But, it's great to be able to get those. A lot of those guys come back for games regularly anyway, but to be able to get them all back for one afternoon and obviously have Coach Bennett and others back here, it's always good when you can, first of all, to have things like that to celebrate, and then to be able to do that and recognize that time.
The cool part about it, I remember when you guys were in the Final Fours after in 2014 and 2015, guys like Andy Kowske, they were so thrilled for you and say, hey, fresh material. You know, they cherish their time. Right. They're happy for you. And Mike Kelley is a pretty frequent patron, if you will, at the games here. So you know that they're all keeping tabs. Right?
Oh, yeah. And they're our players, our current players' biggest fans, whether they're from 25 years ago or 50 years ago or 5 years ago. They really are invested and want our players to have a great experience and do well. And like I said, there's no cheering section that cheers louder other than maybe parents. It's the former players.
Every team is different. I always have to remind myself of that. But I was talking with Kirk Penny earlier in the week, who was a freshman on that 2000 team. And he said when he first came to campus, among the things that stood out to him was the bond. Kelley, Kowske, Verschall, all those guys. And the tight-knit nature of it. You've had a lot of teams like that between then and now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I talk about our culture a lot. I know it's maybe a little coach cliche, but it's important, you know. And I think as you looked at that team per se, you had that older group of Kelley, Kowske, Verschall that came in and really were the first group of Coach Bennett's recruits that kind of forged that culture of what he wanted. And then obviously Kirk was able to join that. As a youngster from New Zealand, but it's recognizable, and our current team has that, and it's a new age now. Now you're trying to get them all, and you maybe don't have guys for 4 or 5 years, or you're going to have a higher number of year-to-year people on your roster. So to be able to put that chemistry together, and really that's where your retention of Max Klesman, Carter Gilmore, Kamari McGee, Steve Crowell is so important because it keeps that culture intact and it helps bridge that gap with those new guys.
Well, the other thing, too, it's easy to forget because we remember that magical run, those who were around in 2000, and, you know, they had a little flurry to end the regular season, had a good Big Ten tournament getting to the semifinals, and then the route to the Final Four. Easy to forget, there were bumps along the way. Mike Kelley has talked about that openly. It wasn't always just roses, and the ability to fight through that. That's maybe the biggest lesson in sports. We've seen teams in recent years do the same thing here, and then you end up cutting down nets as Big Ten champs.
Yeah, I think staying the course is always important to keep in mind and keep perspective in terms of the long road ahead of you. And as you mentioned, that team had to kind of scratch their way in, you know, late in the year and get themselves to be tournament eligible. And then happened to, you know, by happen chance run into Michigan State 4 times that year, which was not the year to play them multiple times. But you have to get so many things have to go right. I mean, I get asked about our Final Four runs in 14 and 15, and obviously the story of the 2000 team. So many things have to go right. Matchups, health, who you play, where you play them, all those things. It's, you know, unlike a NBA or Major League Baseball playoff series where there's, you know, a 5 or a 7 game series, and I guess there's 3 game series now in Major League Baseball. You get one crack. Yeah. That's it, and you better be on point and play well.
Another constant thread that I've noticed too, and really you could say this about any team, but even the very best teams, you've lived it here, you lived it at Platteville. When you have guys getting together again, we as fans, we can think about a game. You know, you guys against Whitewater or the Badgers of Michigan State. But what comes to mind for so many of these guys, players and coaches, are the bus rides, locker room scenes, that
hotel
type of
rooms,
stuff, right?
Yeah. It very rarely are the games mentioned. You mentioned maybe the trip, but by and large, it's the experiences that happen away from the court that are so memorable.
How much, over the course of time, how much is exaggerated, or we stick to facts?
It grows.
Or,
No. We never let facts get in the way of a good story.
Oh, it's the best.
Right?
Yeah, the great part of sports, though, right?
Yeah,
the
older we get, the less
forever.
we can remember, so we don't know if they're telling the truth or not.
That's right. I remember I scored 42 points then. Huh? What? So, yeah, it works. It works. It'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure, for these guys this weekend, and certainly fun for fans, because you remember where you were when the Badgers were winning games en route to the Final Four in 2000. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
At Gruber Lofts, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Lofts today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Wisconsin wins the game. I can't believe I'm going to say it, but here it comes. The Wisconsin Badgers are going to the Final Four.
Badger fans, let's hear it for the 2000 Final Four team.
It's always special to be back in the Kohl Center, but it's, when you get your teammates around, some guys from out of town, it's very special. And anytime you're around Coach Bennett, who for us was our leader, that just means a lot. I mean, there's a special bond between a coach and a player, and we're thankful for this day. We're really thankful for Coach Gard. He has opened his arms to us from day one when he got the job, and that doesn't always happen, so we don't take it for granted. And when you watch this team play, you take pride in how they do it. They play a lot different than we did, which is a good thing. But we're just very grateful to be here for this day.
Number 15, Andy Kowske.
Going back and honoring the past and honoring your tradition, it means a lot to us as former basketball players. And the best part about doing these things is coming back and seeing Coach Bennett. He's had a great impact on my life. He made me a lot tougher as a person, and I've taken that and used it ever since then. With building a family, working, coaching. So it's great, and it feels really good to be back.
The head coach of your 2000 Final Four team, amassing an impressive 94-68 record in 5+ seasons. He led the Badgers to 3 NCAA tournaments, a 2012 Hall of Fame inductee. Fans, please welcome Dick Bennett.
We knew that the whole had to be greater than the sum of the parts with us, and we had to play team basketball. A lot of teams we played in that Final Four run had projected lottery picks, McDonald's All-Americans, and we didn't have that. I mean, we had good basketball players, but our strength was that we played together, and I think that showed in our defense more than anything. And that's what helped us win, was our defense. And so we built off that, and like I said before, with that great defense, we got hot on the offensive side of the ball, and that's how we made our run.
We also didn't have anybody that made first or second team all-conference. I don't think anybody's ever made the Final Four and not had an all-conference player, but it speaks to what we were. I think everybody bought in. I think any good team, it's a team sport. Coach Bennett would talk to us. This isn't tennis. This is not golf. This is basketball. And if we work together individually, I don't think any of us could have been special or we weren't talented enough to do it ourselves. But together we were able to accomplish something that many people didn't think we could do.
And number 22, Mike Kelley.
The year before, we had only scored 32 points in a first-round loss in an upset. And because of that, we didn't have delusions of grandeur and thinking we were going to make the Final Four. We were really focused on winning our first game, and then getting past that, we had to face a 1 seed. So I do think it hurts some teams when you're trying to think big picture and you lose sight of what's right in front of you. And we didn't have that going against us. We didn't have the luxury of looking past the next opponent.
I think every game in the tournament we were an underdog, and we guarded. We had a lot of juniors and seniors. Our experience was helpful for us, and just thankful that we had the opportunity to make that run. It was amazing.
I think in the moment we knew it was big, and then as time has passed and more people still want to talk about it, you realize how special it was. I'm the biggest Badger fan you'll find, and especially so in March. It's a special time. You never know what's going to happen. You only, one and done. It can end quickly for anybody. So it's a special time. It's a great time for us to reminisce.
Somebody mentioned a quarter century before. I said, don't say that, because that just makes me feel too old. But, when the stories, we get back together and the stories come up, it feels like it was yesterday. And it's kind of a surreal moment for me right now, because my daughter just committed to going to school here next year. And so like the memories are coming back even more because of that. But truly grateful for being able to come back.
And now your action weather broadcast. We've got shifting weather conditions on the horizon. Expect high winds, scattered thunderstorms, cold fronts, and dense fog. It's a wild one out there.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors, building Wisconsin together. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Bacon and Funderburk both trying like crazy to make a championship push. Funderburk fading a little in 3. Here comes Bacon in 5. Phoebe Bacon from Wisconsin.
50.1, incredible win there. Oh my goodness.
Anna Peplowski, Indiana pulling to the front of the pack.
Well, she's gonna hold that lead, and that gold is going to the Hoosiers in a time of 3:20.664.
134-5 and 1 record in her 4 years.
Lewis, opposite way drive into left center, finds the warning track. 2 more runs for Wisconsin. 3rd 2-bagger of the inning for the Badgers. Lewis twists one into left center field. Badgers pouring on more. Lewis turning into second with another run-scoring double. She's got 4 ribbies. First pitch, Wilkes, high drive, right center field. It is caught up against the fence. Danny Lucy makes the squeeze and bails out the Badgers.
Finley with a step on the defenseman, trying to cut in, wheeling backhand shot, and his pass got through to Mosley, who put it off of saying in. Pass, middle of the ice, intercepted by Lindmark, partial breakdown, Jack Korbach shorthanded, coming in, tries to shoot, and he scores! Oh, he went upstairs on Owen Say! Hey, Horbach with a shorthander, the Badgers with a 2-0 lead. Wisconsin, as I mentioned at the outset, only 8 goals during a 6-game losing streak. Badgers have a pair here in the first, making 3 as Hensler sets up Mellenbacher for a layup. 3-0 Wisconsin.
Here comes Kristen Sims along the right side, sends it over to O'Brien. O'Brien taps it in. That's a Badger goal. That was a tic-tac-toe pass. Here comes Casey O'Brien with time and space. O'Brien takes a shot, and up in the corner it goes, and O'Brien scores her 254th point. O'Brien has it, brings it in, sets it up with Edens. Edens, O'Brien in front, shot, goal. Sims slams it right under the legs of Gross. And
Coming up for the Badgers, the 3-game homestand wraps up Tuesday night at 8 o'clock tip against the Washington Huskies. And then it's on the road, a Sunday matchup at the Breslin Center against Michigan State. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Our customers have always been our priority.
Our customers are our family, and we want to make sure they know that we'll do everything in our power to lower prices, to be the place that they want to shop.
You're going to see the savings all over the store. We did a deep dive and we took advantage of every lower price, lower costs we could to make it better for our customers.
There's absolutely no reason to shop anywhere but Hy-Vee.